For years and years and years and years and years, ever since I was a younger child, I have always wanted to look at and drive a Saab. Well, here we go. Okay, well, I really shouldn't say drive because this car is not going anywhere today except around the lot, you know. We're not taking it out today. Anyway, welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. Thank you for joining me today as we look at this 2010 Saab 9.3 2.0T. But one of the real big reasons why I wanted to look at this Saab, and I've always thought the Saabs were cool and unique and stuff, is because, well, there's a lot of unique features to the Saab. Just little tiny quirks that the Saabs have that not a whole lot of other cars have. They're just a very unique car, I guess, or unique brand. That's really all I can say, I guess. But this is a 2010 Saab 9.3 with 129,000 miles on it. And it's kind of rough in some spots, but for the most part, the Saab is in really, really good condition for, you know, its mileage and stuff. I apologize for the wind. Anyway, oh, and this is also the XWD version. So the thing about Saab is, Saab was a Swedish car company who in the 90s was bought by General Motors. So technically, this is a GM car. And this being a 2010, this was one of the very, very last GM built Saabs ever, because during the bankruptcy process that GM fell into in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there, GM sold Saab to another car company, and that car company held on to Saab until 2012. From there, Saab just kind of got defunct. There was another purchase after 2012. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something about electric car company, I don't know. And the 9.3 continued to stay in production, I guess, under that brand until 2014. But this is, hi Ricky. This is one of the last General Motors built Saabs, being that it's a 2010, right before GM sold Saab. Now, one thing that Saabs all have in common are their front end looks. This front end is as signature to Saab as like Jeep's 7 slotted front grille is to them. You see the front of this car and you know right away it's a Saab, even though it's been through change after change after change. You know, every car gets redesigned at some point, but they always kept this particular look on the front of the Saab, including the Saab badge. Now, this particular Saab has halogen projector headlights with headlamp washers. The side profile of this car is just, it's just so smooth. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's just so smooth. And I love these split 5-spoke wheels. Amber marker lights on the fenders, color matching door handles, color matching powered mirrors. The back, not a whole lot at the back, except for these clear tail lights, and of course the 9.3 and 2.0T badges. Oh, there is also dual exhaust. Now, I don't know if this is a Saab thing or if it's just this particular model, but all the door handles, you know, you pull the door handle and it kind of stops and the door doesn't open, but you have to like really pull on it to get it to open. I think this one does it too. Yeah, and you just really got to pull on it, I guess, to get it to unlock, or open, I should say. But anyway, the interior styling of the Saab also has a signature look to it as far as the dash panel and stuff. Got leather seats, which for 129,000 miles, these seats don't even really appear to be that broken in. I mean, you got your creases and stuff here, but there's no tears, and there's really no discoloration of the leather. It looks really good. Powered. The door trim includes your power door locks, your mirrors up here, and your window controls. Leather accenting along with some nice rich wood grain accents, and of course a door pocket down there at the bottom. In the back, not a whole lot to really do back here, but again, the seats look really nice for their age. This does fold out, and actually looks like there's a pass through to the trunk. Yep, so a trunk passageway right there. Strangely enough, no cup holders. Are there hidden cup holders? Oh, yes there are. Ah, there we go. Now that right there is a Saab quirk. I didn't even know those existed. But that's a Saab quirk in my opinion. Let's get in and I'll show you some of the other quirks along the way. Okay, one of the first Saab quirks that I want to talk about is the key. This is the key to this Saab 9.3. And you can't, I don't know if you can tell on video, but it is, this is all like a hard plastic, but the buttons, the loop, and even the back, it's all rubberized. It's all rubber. So the buttons, well, the buttons are actually in pretty decent shape for how old the car is, but you know, it's just one big rubber pad basically. Which leads me to quirk number 2 about the Saabs. That's where the key goes. So this is where the ignition on, I'm pretty sure, all Saabs is located. Right here on the center console. Let's go ahead and start the Saab 9.3. Does a system check. And here we go. Oh, automatic air conditioning. Put that down for now. Again, Saab kind of kept up with like tradition. The gauge cluster includes a 7,000 RPM tach, a 160 mile per hour speedometer, and gauges for your coolant temperature, fuel level, and your turbo boost. But I'm pretty sure the 9.3 has had this similar design gauge cluster for a very long time. So the styling might be different just a little bit, but the layout of the gauge cluster, I'm pretty sure, has remained the same for a very long time. It's showing the distance till empty right now, your current gear selection, the odometer off to the left, while there's a trip computer to the right. That's some fuel usage there, at maybe average. Distance, maybe that's the distance on this tank, I'm not sure. But average speed, speed warning looks like, set for 55 if it was turned on, but it's not on right now. Vehicle settings, we're not going to go there. Outside temperature, and that's it. Back to the distance to empty. It also shows you the, you know, maybe other vehicle alerts like this door's opened and such. and the cruise control indicators on because somebody had the cruise on, which cruise control is located on the turn signal stock. Over here has automatic headlights. Like I said, cruise on the turn signal stock. What else? The steering wheel consists of your driver information controls here, as well as your hands-free calling and voice command controls. Your additional audio controls are over here, and you have pneumatic shifting buttons right here at the top, which is very cool, in my opinion, because the steering wheel has a sporty 3-spoke design with large grips at 10 and 2, perforated leather. So as you're driving your pneumatic mode, and you know, you're probably holding it here maybe, but you know, just you know, whatever. Nice cockpit design, in my opinion here. The center stack also retains a similar design over the years. I am sad to say that at some point they incorporated the generic General Motors factory stereo unit into here, so pretty sure at one point Saab kind of had their own radio design, but yeah, now it's got a GM face on it. Yeah. So the display and stuff is all the same, but this is an AM/FM CD player. It might have, yeah, it's got XM satellite radio. There's no discs in it now, yeah. And it does have an aux jack, so you can put your digital media device up to it if you desired to do so. Off to the left of the stereo, you have your interior dimmer for your dashboard lighting and such, and night panel, which is really cool. We'll take a look at that. Okay, so I brought the car inside the annex to show you the night panel mode. Now, as you can see, it still might be kind of difficult, but the headlights are on and all of the instrumentation is lit up, as you know it would be if it were nighttime. But say you're on a road where it's completely pitch black, and you know, if there's no other outside lights or anything that are guiding your way, then the dash lights can make it very hard to see ahead of you if you are in, you know, the middle of nowhere or something. Well, Saab had a feature called night panel. So if you hit night panel, what it does is it kicks off all of the illumination, kills a majority of the gauges, and keeps the speedometer functional and working, and it only lights up so much, so it's not distracting you from the complete, you know, the complete darkness that's out there on the road ahead of you. So if you hit night panel again, then it restores everything back to full function. But to my knowledge, I don't think there's any other car company that has ever offered anything like that. So I think that's really cool. That's a really cool function right there. And underneath night panel, there's a button here with a line on it, and I can push it, and I don't see anything happening, as well as this one. This button has nothing on it at all, and yeah, so that's another quirk, or a few other quirks to the Saab. Buttons with just no information. You're pushing something, you don't know what's going on. It could be opening a door somewhere, and we don't even know. And the night panel thing, I think, is really awesome, so that's really cool. Under the radio unit, we have our OnStar communication controls, and here's a quirk: the driver cup holder. Passenger cup holder. Sorry, I thought it aimed this way. It is aiming at the passenger, so this is the passenger cup holder. And to put it back, look at that. That's cool. I love it. And it's so easy too. You don't have to like, it comes out with ease and it goes in with ease. And climate controls, automatic of course if you desire. Dual zone climate controls. I like the lights for the fan speed. That's really cool to look at. You have to push a button to turn the air conditioning off. So if this button's not turned off, then the air conditioning is on all the time. I don't see that in cars. That's really strange. The seats are also 2-stage heated. Under the shift, or in front of the shifter, we have 2 storage pockets and a 12-volt power outlet. Onto the shifter. Here's another quirk for the car. The letters are on the right side of the shifter instead of on the left. That could be because of its Swedish design. They probably drive on this side in Sweden, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. So the letters still remain over there, even though it's, you know, here for the American market. But this one does have manumatic shifting, as mentioned, so if you don't want to use the buttons on the steering wheel to do your shifting, you could go old school and go this route. We already covered the fact that that's the ignition there. There is a cup holder here, so this is the driver cup holder. You can hide it if you wish and use this one. Tell your passenger, oh, I don't have a cup holder, so I'm going to use this cool cup holder instead, and just cheat them out of a cup holder. Or you could be honest and in here there's another 12-volt power outlet and what appears to be a fuse puller. Here's another awesome quirk to the Saab. The glove box is huge. I mean, that's a deep glove box there, and it's even lighted. How awesome is that? Here is a portfolio for the owner's manual of the Saab. This is a lot. Oh, there's a quick reference guide in front of it. And here's the manual to the Saab 9.3. Their graphics in their manual are nice. Wow, those are nice graphics. Very, very detailed. I like that. The rearview mirror has your universal garage door controls. The mirror is also auto dimming and includes a compass. Here is our sunroof controls, our interior lighting controls with 2 additional separate map lamps over here. Mirrors are lit with vanity mirror. And there's, of course, the sunroof here. The trunk of the 9.3 is also very spacious. There's really nothing out of the ordinary back here, except for the noise of springs. There's actual springs that apparently hold that up. You can fold the rear seats by pulling on these tabs here. That'll unlock the rear seats. Does this come out? It does. Oh, look at that. Ooh, we got a Bose amplifier. And of course some fuses. Nothing on that side, under the floor. Spare tire. Okay, so not too much out of the ordinary. So under the hood of this Saab is the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. There were a couple of different versions of this engine, I think, so I'm not 100% sure which one this is, or what the horsepower rating or stuff is, but you know, this is technically a variant of GM's Ecotec engines. It actually kind of looks like an Ecotec in a way. I bet if this cover was off and it didn't have a turbo or anything, it would probably look like an Ecotec engine. Oh no. Well, we can't go that way. Let's try to go this way. Oh no, another car. So I think this particular Saab might need some front end parts, like a tie rod or something. There's some noise coming from the driver's side front end when you hit a bump and stuff. Steering feels really firm steering, which probably makes for a more sporty response when you're driving it. So there you have it. That is why I think the Saab is a unique car. All of the weird quirks that you can find throughout the Saab, its signature styling, its awesome, looking styling. Seat's comfortable, even for how old it is. Still feels very supportive. I like the cockpit of the Saab. I like sitting behind the wheel. All of the controls are placed nice, within nice distance of your fingertips. It's just a really awesome, quirky car. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. No horn. Oh well. Tell me what you guys think about the Saab. Leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Check out teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight for all of your MVS and vlog merchandise. I will see you guys next time, so thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Take care.